Seems like the government stepping in to sort of impose a bit of its will on the plan. Is that a fair
No, I don't
assessment?
think that's right at all. I mean, we're setting up an independent board to consider it with a judicial lead, the same as the process that's used under the EPA for projects of national significance. So it's an independent panel. That's the key thing for us. The bottom line for us is that we didn't want this plan to take 10 years, and nor did we want to accept the council's suggestion, which was that they should control the process and have their people have the final decision making.
So will the panel have any guidelines from the ministers who are appointed?
No, not at all. Our job is to appoint an independent panel. We'll have a judicial lead and they will be left to get on with the job.
Right, so no ministerial input into the panel's recommendations for the Auckland
No, the
Council.
government's got no interest in directing this process. What it wants to ensure is that there's an independent process that Aucklanders can feed into and ensure that there's a proper testing of the council's proposal and that the final solution represents the Auckland Council's views, independently tested, that the Aucklanders have had a fair chance to have a say into. And what we don't want to see is for it to take 10 years.
Fair to say that this is the first step in the housing affordability program. You've got a few more RMA changes coming up as well.
Well, I think getting the Auckland plan right is an important part of housing affordability, and the council acknowledges that. Most of the people in Auckland are acknowledging that. Our input into that is to making sure whatever solutions Auckland decides are right for it don't take 10 years to be effective. We're not trying to tell them what those decisions should be. We're just saying they need to find some solutions and make sure that happens in a heck of a lot less than 10 years.
And the claim that, or the idea that it could take 3 years for this to happen, basically halving the time frame or a third of the time frame. Is that based on any advice? What's that
Well,
based on?
MFE and Council have worked through a number of options of realistically how quickly this could be done. We want to set a time frame on to make sure that it doesn't roll out. There's still an ability for us to extend that if that really becomes necessary. But look, 10 years, a decade of uncertainty while this goes through endless rounds of litigation, I don't think it's in anyone's interests.